Lucy? Gray Brooks almost didn't hear the timid voice behind her. She had slipped into a trance-like state while staring at the coffee shop menu, weighing the wisdom of a medium versus large cold brew. Did she merely want to spend the next few hours uncomfortably jittery, or was she in the market for a full-blown caffeine-induced panic attack? She shifted in her clogs and didn't react. They probably weren't talking to her. Lucy was a fairly common name. She'd finally broken the embarrassing habit of whirling around expectantly every time she heard it, and she wasn't about to relapse now. Gray's eyes flicked over the other inhabitants of the coffee shop. It was sparsely populated, with only a few tables occupied. Still, it was possible that Lucy was the stylish woman sipping an Americano and flipping through Variety over by the ficus. The voice spoke again, louder and closer this time. Lucy LeVay? Well, that settled that. Gray pushed her sunglasses to her forehead and plastered on a toothy smile as she turned to face the voice. A bespectacled teenage girl clutching a blended ice mocha, extra whip. The girl's mouth dropped open when their eyes met. Hey, how's it going? Gray made her tone as warm as possible. The girl covered her mouth with her free hand and squealed. A few heads turned at her outburst. Oh my God, it is you! I'm so sorry to bother you. I know you're just trying to live your life or whatever. I'm literally obsessed with Poison Paradise. I am such a big fan. The first time Gray had been called by her character's name, it thrilled her. The next few times, it had bruised her ego a little. Now, 6 seasons and 132 episodes of Poison Paradise later, she took it in stride. It was better than not being recognized at all. Thank you, that's so sweet. Do you want a selfie? The fan's eyes looked like they were going to pop out of her head as she nodded, fumbling through her purse for her phone and swiping the camera open. Gray looped an arm over the girl's shoulder as they grinned at the screen. She snapped a couple of pictures, then scrolled back through them to make sure they were satisfactory. Should we do a fun one? Gray suggested. The girl nodded again and stuck her tongue out as Gray crossed her eyes. Thank you so much. The fan breathed, overwhelmed as she slid her phone back into her bag. My pleasure. What's your name? Kelly. Nice to meet you, Kelly. I'm Gray. Kelly blushed. Gray? Oh my God! Of course. Sorry. Gray laughed. Don't worry about it. It's just I feel like I grew up with Lucy, you know? I started watching the show when I was in elementary school. You were my big sister. Kelly turned her face up at Gray with a look of such naked vulnerability that Gray's heart ached a little. She felt guilty for being annoyed at the interruption. Thank you. That really means a lot. She kind of felt like my sister, too. So, what are you doing now that it's over? Over. It had been 8 months since the last episode of Poison Paradise aired, but the reminder still sent a jolt of anxiety through Gray's body. The teen soap had its share of devoted fans and pulled in solid enough ratings on its small cable network to keep getting renewed, but it never achieved the mainstream crossover success that Gray had naively hoped for back when she shot the pilot. Sure, she'd worked a little in between seasons. A bad studio slasher here, a Hallmark Christmas movie there. But her last few auditions had gone nowhere. In her most self-pitying moments, sweating in her bed in the middle of the night, she worried her career was in the same place it had been before she booked a show. Only now she was 7 years older. 7 years she could not afford to lose. Gray forced a breezy smile. Oh, I'm just taking some time for myself right now. She saw the disappointment creeping over Kelly's face and hastily added, but I do have a few things coming up that I can't really talk about yet. Too early. She winked, then immediately felt embarrassed. Who winks? Lying made her corny. It worked, though. Kelly beamed. That's so awesome. I literally can't wait. You're so talented. Gray suddenly felt very tired. She still hadn't ordered her coffee. Thanks. It was really nice to meet you, Kelly. She flashed her another smile and turned back toward the menu. Kelly squeaked out a few more words of gratitude before scurrying back to her friends, who were doing a terrible job of pretending not to watch intently from a corner table. They broke out in excited giggles and whispers as soon as she joined them. Every now and then, one turned to steal a look at Gray before quickly ducking her head back down to confer with the group. They reminded her of a pack of oversized gophers,